Welcome to Senior Year, where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nikki Tay.
And today, we are reviewing Avengers Endgame.
Directed by the Russo brothers, starring everybody from all the other movies. I mean, by this time, you know who is in Avengers. I hope so. Avengers Endgame! Wow!
Yes.
No, but seriously, Avengers Endgame is everything we wanted. I think after Infinity War, this was a beautiful send-off. A beautiful send-off. It is the end of an era. The end of Phase 3 specifically, but the end of an era. This is the culmination of a decade-long journey. It is...
And it was really well worth the wait, right? Like, it was well worth the wait. Like, we got what we wanted, right? You okay?
It's over.
We have to take a brief moment to get you back together. Yeah. I know it's tough on you. But this movie was, like you said, everything that we've all seen come to an end. And I will say that it was a really, really good ending. Now, let's start talking about the movie itself. I do want to let everybody know that the first hour of this movie, for me, was extremely slow. Yes, it had to be a lot of setup. We have to pick up the pieces. We got to find out what everybody is, what everybody's doing, so on and so forth. But it could have been done better. Marvel does not make a lot of mistakes. I will have to say this is one of them. The first hour was a little grueling. Just a little bit. It was a little bit like, all right, come on, get to it. Like, I know you got to set up, but this ain't your first Avengers movie. This is your third. Like, you shouldn't have to do so much setup. Like,
fourth technically.
Yeah, you're right, the fourth technically. I didn't need as much setup as I got. And, you know, this movie's 3 hours long. And people always say, you know, if you need to use the restroom, da-da-da-da. Do it in the first hour. Anywhere in the first hour is fine. Wherever you decide to go, you check your phone, text, whatever. You check the dog, make sure he's fine for the first hour. You have plenty of time because the movie really doesn't not pick up until after the first hour. So I'm glad it was 3 hours long because, like I said, the first hour was so tedious. But the next 2 hours make up for anything that was done in that first hour being extremely slow.
I thought the movie was fine paced. I think because we got the war at the ending of Infinity War, right? You probably were expecting to just jump right in some action.
No. Maybe about 30 minutes of setup.
And I like the setup. I like the dialogue because of the reason you just said. The next 2 hours is all action. Like, it's just nonstop action. So they made sure they gave us enough narrative, enough pacing to say, hey, you know, this is where we are, this is it. So that after that, it's no more talking. It is just Endgame. 2 hours of pure Endgame. We got Infinity War 1.5 and then 2 hours of Endgame.
And this movie was good. Like, I don't know if I would say that it's better than Infinity Wars. But I will say that this movie is better than a lot of other Marvel movies because of how much action it was. And you know how much Ray loves action. I love it. And this movie had plenty of it. It had great dialogue. It had plenty of moments. This was what you wanted to be. And there's not much we can really say because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I want you to get the same experience that I got in the theaters. And it was wonderful. I'm glad I went and watched it. Everybody should go check this out. This is everything you want. Yeah, I do have one more negative. Can I? Okay. One thing I thought Marvel did well in all of the other movies, all of the other Avengers movies specifically, is they made sure that everybody got their moment, right? And in the last battle sequence, I didn't feel like everybody had their moment. They tried, but it didn't feel personal. Everybody had their moment, but it wasn't personal. It wasn't like catered towards them and their strengths. It was more like we want to put everybody in this big action sequence and make it work. And it worked. Like I said, the movie's great. It worked, but it wasn't personal, right? Like, we didn't get like, well, that's my personal opinion. I'm just giving my own personal opinion.
Yeah, you look at me for confirmation. I'm not gonna.
No, I'm looking at you to see, like, well, how did you feel about it?
I disagree.
Okay,
I think this movie did. I mean, the first one was kind of like, yeah, we're bringing everybody together, and everybody had their shot. boop, 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 boop. In this one, it's not about the individuals. It's about the goal. And the goal is to fix the mess that was made in the first. And so while, yeah, it'd be great if everybody had a little more shine, it was evenly distributed. I don't care. I want y'all to fix the mistakes, wrong or right the wrongs. And I got that. I got everything I wanted from this movie. I think you made a good point in that I don't think it's better than Infinity War. I think Infinity War is very strong in its narrative, right? Like Thanos finally here. We see him progress from stage to stage, collect all the stones, and then he completes his job at the end. This one, because it's like the end of the phase, it's an end of an era, you kind of want them to close more of the endings off. They got a lot of dangling strings. And I know a lot of the movies that are coming next won't answer everything that I want answered, or won't resolve everything I want resolved that this movie did. Doesn't hurt the movie, but it definitely makes me feel more comfortable with how Infinity War is as a complete package. This movie by itself is still absolutely amazing.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Now that the wait is over, now that the movie is here, we are at the end game of this review. I will have to give Avengers Endgame a solid 9. I think this movie was fantastic. Definitely the best movies, one of the best movies this year. And I'm glad that I got a chance to be a part of everything Marvel has done up to this point. And I can't wait to see what Marvel does in the future.
Avengers Endgame was just about everything that I wanted from this movie. I cannot stress enough, this was a great send-off. The Russo brothers did something that I know a lot of us would have struggled with. It is almost tying up every piece, giving the fan every little thing they want, whether you just love the movies, whether you love only the comic books, and whether you love both the movie and the comic books. This film had it all. For me, this film will sit at a 9.5. Again, that 0.5 is just, it's probably me being a little nitpicky. It's probably me just wanting, like, yeah, I just want y'all to do it this way. Which probably isn't right for me to say as a movie reviewer, but this is what I want. I think when it's the last of something, I should be able to get what I want. And I want to give this movie a 9.5 because they didn't do some things that I kind of, they said right. But easily, this is the best or the second best movie of the year, depending on how I feel about Us. Easily, those two movies are the blowing everything out the water. That completes the review for Avengers Endgame. I don't like this review because I want to spoil everything. I want to tell you everything. Like, oh, when he was, and it was like, oh, and then, oh, it was just amazing. And especially when, and I was just like, oh, look at you. And then he was like, oh. I want to do all of that, but of course we can't because we want you to watch the review and we also want you to go see the movie. But after you see the movie, we would love to have a dialogue, so that make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how you feel. We can talk about it. But again, it's after you watch it, after you watch the review, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our reviewing content because more good movies are coming out this year, even though this first quarter has been a dud.
Yeah.
Second quarter is picking up.
It is.
Second quarter picking up.
And make sure you definitely check out our top 5 best and worst MCU movies so far.
Absolutely. Not including Endgame.
Not including Endgame.
Not including Endgame because we did it prior, but absolutely make sure you check that out. And always don't forget, you've seen it here.